Hello everybody, my name is Jody Codes. I'm here because tomorrow is yet another live stream. On Sunday of this week, I believe, it was, not a lot of people showed up, but that's okay because we still did the show. We still had a lot of fun, and yeah, it was a fun show. We had fun. Everybody in the crowd seemed to have enjoyed it, but other than but other than that, it was a good show. You know, no one showed up, but it was a good show. The crowd in game seemed to have had fun. But other than that, it was a good show. So as you saw, I just thanked that kind gentleman over there for giving me this piece of paper, which holds the match card for AEW, which will be tomorrow at noon. Everybody, please show up. It will be at noon, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So please show up if you're not doing anything. And yeah, that's about it. So up first, Cody Rhodes is gonna be starting the show with a fairly big announcement that he has to make. We don't yet know what this announcement is going to be, but we know that he has an announcement to make. He has told everybody here that he has an announcement to make, and he's going to be making that announcement. So after that, to start off the show, by the way, this is being titled as our most elite episode of All Elite Wrestling. It's going to, because every single championship is on the line, and we are introducing 2 new things, so be on the lookout for that. That's really all I can say. Up next, after that will be the triple threat tag team ladder match between the Forgotten, which is Broken Matt Hardy and Brody Lee will face off against Shatter Machine, which is Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, and the Young Bucks, which is Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson. They are brothers. Nick Jackson is the older one, but Matt Jackson is extremely good as well. Up next will be a fatal 5-way tables match for the AEW Television Championship. Isaiah Swerve Scott will face off against Eddie Edwards, who will be facing off against Matt Riddle, who will be facing off against the champion, Adrian Dangerous, who will be facing off against Marty Scurll in a tables match, which the only way to win is to send your opponent through a table, which should be exciting. It should be a whole lot of fun. There's going to be 5 wrestlers in the match, so expect some huge highlights, huge highlights. Up next is the All Elite Wrestling United States Championship match, which will be a triple threat steel cage match. Bad News Barrett, who is one of the top contenders, will face off against Jimmy Havoc, who is another one of the top contenders, who will face off against Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who is the AEW United States Champion, so he is the top contender, the top guy in the AEW United States Championship the top guy in the AEW United States Championship division. Then up next after that, we have a fatal 4-way Carnage in the Cage match. Now, before I list off the competitors, this is a match that is not going to be for the faint of heart. It will be an extremely dangerous and harmful match to the human body. It will take years off of a person's career, but that's the price you pay to be the AEW Women's Champion. Now, the cage is like a regular steel cage, but it surrounds the ring completely, as opposed to being right there on the ring. Excuse me. It's complete, like if the ring's right here, the cage surrounds it like around here. There is a fairly tight space in between the cage and the ring, but it is a workable space, I guess you could say. Well, it's Tainara facing off against Alexia Dangerous, who is Trey Dangerous, and Adrian Dangerous's little sister, Tessa Blanchard, and Bea Priestley, who is the inaugural AEW Women's World Champion. Remember, Carnage in the Cage. It will be a massive structure, and it won't be open. It will be a roof that will be around 20 or so feet above the 4 wrestlers and the ring. So it'll be big. It'll be big. And then our semi-main event, which is the AEW World Championship, will be Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, JBL, and the champion Trey Dangerous. And maybe Cody will be saying anything really about the Fatal 4-Way Championship match. And it will be a great match. And by the way, I think I forgot to mention, the ring will be surrounded in a solid steel cage, completely surrounded right on the apron, and it will be around the same height of the Carnage in the Cage. It will be another amazing match. This card is stacked from top to bottom. So yes, and then our main event is a new concept that AEW is working on. It is a hold on. No, that can't be right. There are 8 men in this match. That's going to be extremely crazy. We have no idea what's going to be going on, but we do know it will be a ladder match where you have to climb a ladder in order to retrieve whatever is hanging above. And what's hanging above this time is a solid gold contract. Now, a solid gold briefcase. Now, what is in that briefcase is a contract, a slip of paper that says that whoever wins is able to cash in that briefcase anytime, anywhere, at any event. They have to have a referee with them, though, whether the referee is in the ring or anywhere, really. So it's going to be Adam Cole, the glorious Bobby Roode, the cleaner Kenny Omega, CM Punk, the relentless Darby Allin, Austin Aries, Elias, and Chris Danger. Now, if you saw the first episode of All Elite Wrestling, you will know that Elias and Chris Danger are in a rivalry, especially since Elias actually retained his BCW United States Championship at the last BCW show. A lot of people missed that match because no one was there, but it happened. So, I mean, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Yes, it does make a sound, because if a tree falls, if this bottle cap falls and no one's around to hear it, it still makes a sound. That's a really dumb analogy to say that it doesn't make a sound, because it absolutely does, but that's besides the point. The point is, these 8 men will be risking their lives and their bodies to win the Cold Hard Cash briefcase, which will be hanging high above the ring. And yeah, that is about it. That's all from me, but we will be having a very special appearance from the AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Trey Dangerous. So, take it away. The floor is yours, Trey. Alright, thanks, Jody. Is that it? That's all. Everything's set up, everything's good. Oh yeah, everything's alright. Yeah, everything's set up, everything's perfect. Floor is yours. Alright, thanks, man. 3 weeks. 3 fairly short weeks. I've been the World Heavyweight Champion of AEW for 3 weeks. And I'm gonna be honest, feels pretty good. It feels pretty good for the entire Dangerous family to be at the top of the mountain. I being the World Heavyweight Champion, Adrian being the Television Champion, and my sister to soon be the AEW Women's World Champion. And if that doesn't happen for some reason, I am currently dating Tessa Blanchard, who's also in that match, as you heard. So if Tessa doesn't win, Alexia will most likely win, and if Alexia doesn't win, Tessa will most likely win. So either way, we got a pretty good chance of a member of the Dangerous family walking out TWI, Women's World Champion. But the thing is, I don't. I do not have a fairly good chance of walking out with this title around my shoulder, on my shoulder. I'm facing off against 3 other people. John Bradshaw Layfield, a man who used to be all about drinking beer and partying and having fun. Then he became a stock buyer. Okay, and then we have Seth Rollins, the man who calls himself the Wednesday Night Messiah, right? I mean, the man went from stomping heads into the ground and causing carnage to being a messiah who's trying to lead everyone the right way. And then we have Cody Rhodes, a man who is the owner of this company. And what does he do? He puts himself in title match after title match after title match, not giving other wrestlers who are more deserving shots at this, but he continues to give himself opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And I personally am sick of it, and I know I'm friends with a lot of people backstage. They are fairly sick of it too, and we believe that the people who are out there every single night, the first ones there, the last to leave, they deserve shots at this, as opposed to people who are riding their father's coattails. I believe that people who deserve to be in title contention should be in title contention, not people who are sitting in the backstage idly by, having themselves sit up with their feet up and smoking cigars all day. No, I don't believe that's what should be happening. I believe that people who are championship worthy should be holding this championship and should face off against me for said championship. Now, with all that being said, that is about it from the champion, Trey Dangerous here, and I will see you all later.